Over the past couple of months, it feels like the media can't make up their minds on the state of the real estate market in the US. We've got some outlets saying that the real estate market is in trouble. Others are saying that the housing market is showing signs of a recovery. And reports tell us that while, yes, total sales are down across the board, prices aren't actually all that much lower than they were a year ago. You know, there is one market, though, that seems to be kind of going against the grain and avoiding all of these market woes, and that is South Florida. On one hand, total sales are down year over year in this region, too, by about 20%, with 32,627 homes sold last year, according to the Miami Association of Realtors. But with high demand, short supply, and increased immigration, South Florida still remains a very, very desirable place, especially for luxury buyers. Just zeroing in on the highest end of the price range and looking at homes priced over 25 million bucks, you can see there are around 200 listings in total around Florida at this price point. The largest concentration of those homes by far is sitting in this southeastern sliver. About 150 of these ultra luxury properties are located right along this strip. There are a handful of these homes that we have to talk about today, but why not start with the one that takes the trophy for one of the most impressive listings, not just in Florida, but in the entire country, and that is 10 Tarpon Isle. If you haven't seen this listing before, it's pretty wild. It features 21,000 square feet, 11 bedrooms, and 15 bathrooms. And the house is sitting on its own private 2.2 acre island in Palm Beach, Florida.
Developer Todd Michael Glazer and his partners bought the island in 2021 for $85 million. It had a 1940s Florida home that needed, well, some update.
The island dimensions are about 225 feet deep by 370 feet long. You can only get to this island via a private gated bridge or by boat. And check it out, if you look at it on Google Maps, you can just see how unique this thing really is. I mean, there's Everglades Island over here to the left, which has a ton of homes on it, but Tarpon Island down here has just one road in and one road out with one house on it. If we throw the little Google Maps guy down here for a street view, unfortunately you can't go all the way up to the bridge, but this would be your access point to the road that takes you to the bridge if you bought this property. This is definitely another one of those luxury properties that is going to take a very specific buyer and a billionaire buyer for sure. But hey, there's still around 2,700 billionaires in the world right now, even with the economy being in bad shape, so they have a decent pool of people who can actually afford this house. And check this out, the developer on his website has a bunch of photos from when he first bought the house, and then he kind of went and tore half of it down before rebuilding what's there today. You can see from these shots that the house has basically tripled in size from what it originally was just a couple of years ago.
I came over the bridge, I saw the two trees, and I said, guys, let's knock down the garage and the guest house and the maid's quarters, and let's build a brand new house, which we're standing in, and let's turn the main house, which is the master bedroom, master bath, into the guest house.
It is hard to imagine spending $85 million on a teardown, but this is definitely a one-of-a-kind, very unique piece of real estate, so hats off to the developer for having the guts to pull it off. My favorite part of this house is probably the master bathroom, even though it's not my style at all. It's basically 100% covered in marble, including marble floors, marble walls, marble countertops, even marble cabinets. A little excessive on the marble maybe, but hey, I've never seen anybody do something like this before, and I think it turned out pretty cool. Christopher Leavitt with Douglas Elliman is the listing agent on this one. I reached out to him for comment, but unfortunately never heard back. Next, if we head north about 5 miles from the 10 Tarpon Isle property, we will land at 1495 North Ocean Boulevard. This is a property that the talk radio host Rush Limbaugh bought way back in 1998 for just $3.9 million bucks. Rush passed away in February 2021, and the estate just sold his longtime Palm Beach home privately for a whopping $155 million. We don't know too much about the specs on this one since this home was sold off market. Records say that there's 5 bedrooms, 20 bathrooms, and 3,800 square feet, so that information is clearly not correct. But based on other info that does exist online, we know the property was multiple acres. It has 250 feet of ocean frontage with direct beach access, and there are multiple structures on the lot. Even though a lot of times they try to keep these massive transactions hush-hush, usually something will get exposed to the media by some loose lips. That's exactly what happened on this deal. We learned later that it was billionaire William Lauder who was the $155 million buyer of Rush Limbaugh's home. Lauder is a multi-billionaire himself in the cosmetics industry. He made his fortune manufacturing skincare products, makeup, hair products, stuff like that. William Lauder owns a ton of real estate. That's pretty well documented. What's kind of funny though is he must have felt like he was getting a little heavy on this luxury real estate, because after he bought Rush Limbaugh's home, he listed one of his other Palm Beach properties for sale. It's technically two properties, they're neighboring lots, and Lauder bought them over the course of the past couple of years. He has since demolished the homes that were once there, and now he's trying to sell the big vacant lot for a whopping $200 million. Just looking at it from this perspective, you guys can tell this is definitely one of the biggest lots in the area by far. It always blows my mind how these billionaires sometimes just pass around these $100 million properties almost like trading cards. Zooming over to the Golden Beach area, we've got a home at 355 Ocean Boulevard asking $100 million bucks. Want to know the craziest part? They're marketing this one as a teardown as well. The property is about 1.5 acres in size, and it's the largest oceanfront single-family property in all of Miami, actually. The biggest selling point here is the ocean frontage for sure. You've got 250 feet of frontage with all of this beach here to yourself. The existing home doesn't seem horrible. It's pretty private from the street. Records say that it's 9 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, and about 25,000 square feet. From the aerial shot here, you can see the way the floor plan is laid out currently, where the pool is, the landscape package, and all this grass out here on the back. But that's about all we've got for photos of the existing home. It must be pretty bad inside because they are marketing it 100% as a teardown this time around. I say this time around because Ryan Serhant from $1 Million Listing actually had this listing last year. He even featured a pretty cool walkthrough of it on his YouTube channel.
Welcome to the largest piece of oceanfront property in Miami. Make this your dream compound. This is our first listing in Miami, so it's a big one as a firm. Asking $100 million. Let's go.
The new listing agent, though, has a very different approach. We'll see if that pays off. In the marketing material, we learned that this property actually is permitted to be torn down and completely rebuilt. The renderings show that the new home is to be a 30,000 square foot, 10-bedroom house. And you've got to love these renderings of these luxury homes. They are super detailed and realistic, so it helps to give the buyers an idea of what the home will look like, even though it's not built yet. It's going to be interesting to see if this new approach will actually get this place sold. The South Florida real estate market has inflated so much to where now even high earners have been priced out, with a median home price around here increasing 42% since 2019. Big factor for affordability, even in this region, is the fact that the interest rates have skyrocketed, now hovering around the 7% range. Contrary to what a lot of people believe, even rich people still like to use mortgages when they buy their multi-million-dollar homes. I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode today. If you did, hit the like button down below before you go, or leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the South Florida luxury real estate market. I'll see you guys next time.